Oh, this is a quick question about numbers. So we are going to identify the numbers into different categories according to the question. So we got 14, 9, 20, 29, 3, and 45, 33. So multiple of 4, so definitely an even number. So I will think of 14, 20 only. And 14 can be divided by 2 but not 4. So it's like 20 here. Pretty straightforward here. And then which number is listed as square number? So that should be 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 3 is 9. So I saw 9 here. So I got 9. Moving on, we got a second part of the question. Still using the number, so I fold it up like this here. So which number give us a total of 43? That would be a bit annoying there. So we have to have something smaller than 43. So let's try two numbers. So 43, we got, let's try it out. 33 plus 14, nope, that is 50. So that's not right. So 40 and 50 is too big. So let's try something else. So let's try 20 and 29, no, and let's see, 14, 33, it have to be a number there, so 43 is too big. Let's try 14 and 29. So we have 14 plus 29, so that is 3 and 43. So the answer is 14 and 29. Alright, moving on, the largest number divided by the smallest number. So we will have largest 45 divided by the smallest one 3. So usually I do it by head, but I'll show the working here. So we have 1 here, 3 give us 15, and then 5 times 3 is 15. So the answer is 15 here. So that is our question 1 in number here. Hi, for this question is about measurements. I'm going to use some math tools. So it's a protractor, a ruler, a readable ruler, and this one I'm going to use black wing. This is the one of the limited edition volume 223, and my pretty old eraser here. And yes, no sponsor here. I'm waiting for the sponsor. So this, first of all, we measure the square for 4 sides are equal. We may just measure the length of it. So focus on the important point there. And the unit, wrong unit will not give you any points from there. So my ruler start with 0 at the side, so we could just get through those. And then by reading it, so a bit more than 5, but not up to 5.5, so it's 5.4 cm. But then the question asking for millimeters, so I just convert it into 54 millimeters. All right, be careful with the term. And then the next one, this is a quadrilateral. So I'm sure you know how to use the protractor, but then I find the smallest angle. Looks like this is the smallest. So the cross at the vertex, align the 0 with the baseline, and then read it through it. Oh, this is a lovely angle. So this is 50 degree right there. So 0 on the outer line, so we read the outer line. Went through it, 50. So the angle here is 50 degree. The unit is there. All right, and then the second part of the question, this is drawn in cm, so each bit is 1 cm. Just write down whatever I have in the information here. And then we need to find the area of this quadrilateral. It's a trapezium, so it's a plus b times height divided by 2. So our a is 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a b is 8. Height is 3. So we have 2 plus 8 times 3 divided by 2. So 10 times 3 divided by 2, I'll do some cancelling here. So the area is 15 cm squared. Oh, there's only one mark. I do a lot of things here. All right, and then the rectangle have the perimeter of 20. So which means that we have width plus length times 2. So which means that I have 20 here, so W plus L should be equals to 10. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here. So the other side have to be 3. So I will have to draw this 3 unit and then complete the square here. And this is our rectangle. And that is our question of measurement here. Here we go, another question of numbers. Alright, so we have directed number here. Negative, negative become positive. Think about that. I'm taking away something you don't like, so it's negative. So it's 3 times 4 is 12. So I will write down 12. Positive 12, 12 is the same way. And at this time, hidden a positive number. So positive plus negative become negative, and then 6 times 5. So our answer should be negative 30. Pretty straightforward. And then this is tricky because lucky we do not have calculator. Negative 8 squared become negative times negative gets you positive. 8 times 8 is 64. So your answer should be 64 there. Last but not least, power 3. So we have 10 times 10 times 10. Give you 3 zeros. So 1, 2, 3. And that is our answer. Pretty straightforward. Another number question. Coming up, another question which is about fraction here. Still number question. So it's like 18 out of 30. So put it into numbers. We'll have 18 out of 30. And the question wants you to have the simplest form. So I cancel both of that. So I can divide both numerator and denominator by 3. So this will be 6 and 10. And I can still do a bit more because I can see both of them are even number. So it's both of them divided by 2. So it's 3 and 5. No more because they are both prime number. So the answer is 3 over 5. Happy? Right, another question with numbers, this time about fraction and the conversion. So we need to do that is like improper fraction. So if we have an improper fraction, A and B over C, so we need to change it into the improper fraction will be A times C plus B as the numerator, and the denominator stay the same. So what we're going to do is like 3 times 5 plus 2 over 5. 3 times 2, that gave us 15 plus 2 over 5, and the answer should be 17 over 5. Important. Very handy. And then for the fraction, we have a decimal here, so we have 0.19. Because there's 2 decimal places, so I will have 2 0 underneath. And now we check if there's any common factor. I don't think so because 19 is a prime number. So our answer is 19 over 100. Another straightforward number question. Another 1 point. Hi, I'm doing this question, a number question with my Blackwing 602. The normal one is not any limited edition, but I find Blackwing really good. Still waiting for their sponsor. Oh, so this question is talking about some information. A normal pen, original is 24p. So a p in pounds is 24 as 0.24. And then one calculator is 7. So I'll just leave it there. Half of the normal price is of it, and then is in special offer. And then calculator is 1.5 less. So we need to find out 5 pen and 1 calculator. So first of all, we need to find out half of the price of the pen. So it's 0.24 divided by 2. That gives us 0.12. And then a calculator becomes 7 minus 1.5. So that should give us 5.5 for each calculator. What a bargain. I wish I would have a calculator like that. So, and then we need to multiply that to find the total. And then we add the calculator. So 0.12 times 5 2 is 10, 5.16. Give it a decimal, 2 decimal place, 2 decimal places, 0.6 plus 5.5. Now we just have to add them up. So this is 1 and this is 6. So that should become 6.1. They give me a unit already. So all I need to do is just write down the answer here. And that is our number question in real life. Hey, this is a statistics question and I'm using my mechanic pencil here. So let's do it. So total is 55 days. So let's write down something. And each little 4 square is 4 days. So now we need the information. Sunday recorded one more day than Sunday. Or Sundays is like 4 days. Okay. So we need to find out how many pictures for the sun and the 4 days. To do this, we need to find out how many days left. So we need to go through those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 times 4, 16. So 16 rainy days. 4, 8, 10 snow days. And then we could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 16, 17, 18, 18 cloud days. So now I have altogether 44 days taken, which means that these two have been 11 days. So if we have Sunday more than, so this should be 10. No, Sunday is more. So this should be 6 and 5, one more day after, and then get to 11. So which means that I have to draw 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is our suns, and then the 4 days will be just a little bit here. So that sum up our 4 marks question on statistics. Nice and easy. Right, so this is a algebra question. This is required substitution there. So I just have to, well, usually, to make sure I feel good with it, so I will write down the question first. And then I could have P is 4, so I'll write down 4 here, and minus W is 2. So now I can just quickly do the calculation. 20 minus 2, that gives us 18. Really straightforward. And then the next bit is like we have another issue here. We have to replace the number. So negative 40 equals to 5p minus 10. So that requires a bit of the calculation there. So I adding 10 by both sides. So I have negative 30 equals to 3p. Then I divide both sides by 5. So I will have negative 6 equals to p. So p equals to negative 6. Well done. Oh, this one is a bit tricky. It's still numbers, but it is tricky. So we have to find out which is which there. So we have half. So I will have to look for 0.5 or 50%. So I didn't see any of those, but I can see that if I simplify this, that becomes 1 over 2. So I need my ruler to link that up. And 1 over 4 in fraction is 1 over 4. And in decimal is 0.25, which is there. And just for in percentage is 25%. So I know that this is 0.25. Last but not least, 1 over 5 in decimal is 0.2, and in percentage is 20%. I see 20% there. So all I need to do is like drawing them up. Which left over, these two remain alone. Sorry, with my happy face there. Right, another number question. So we have A and B. And then we need to work out A times B, which means that we need to find out the answer of these two first. Remember the Burmese, so we have the multiplication to do it first. So 3 times 8 is 24. 24 plus 2 equals to 26. This is A. And B, we do the bracket first. So we have 50 minus 4, so that gave us 11. And then 20 minus 11 is 10. Now we just need to do 26 times 10. We just add a 0 there. So the answer is 260. I'm pretty happy. Are you? Oh, moving on, there's another rate and ratio question. So they interchange it. So we have 1 gallon to 4.5 liters. So now I have 7. Otherwise, people will think it's gram. 7 gallons. So which means that this multiplied by 7 and 4.5 have to multiply by 7. So 4.5 times 7. I need to work it out here. 5 times 7 is 35. 7 times 4, 28. 29, 30, 31. So I should get 31 here. However, remember the 1 decimal point, so I have to add 1 here. So which is the liters is. I'm happy. I hope you are too. See you in the next one. Right, this is a percentage increase question, percentage. So we need to find out how much increase from October to November. Remember, it's like the change for percentage change is always the change over original times 100%. And other tips here. So we will have to find out how much they changed there. So it's like 240 over 120. So 240 minus 120, this is the right one, times 120 times 100%. That will give us 120% over 120% times 100. That gives us 1. So the answer is 100%. You can see November doubles October, which is a pretty good one. So I'm proud of you. This is stats, is also related to ratio. I like questions related to more than one topics. So we have ratio here, which is 5 to 2 to 3. We need to find out how much on the graph here. So we have to find out the number first. By reading the graph, this is 20 and this is 8, which is unknown. So we have to make it become the 20 there. So I would be thinking of 5 and 20, that is times 4, and 3 should be times 4 as well. 3 times 4 is 12, so all we need to do is draw a bar up to 12. Sorry, I should need a ruler. Usually when I draw the box, it's okay, usually it's pretty clear, but then to help the examiner a bit, I will shade it to let them know that this is what I stopped right there. And remember, our job is to make sure our examiner see our correct answer easily. So there we go, another 3 points. Well done. This is a reading question there, so we were reading some data around. We need to have 3 comparison. It could be anything, just compare the different. However, make sure you are reading the graph carefully because you should be using the correct word. So percentage, which is one of the unit, will be we have members 64 and guest 36. This is wrong. We need to have the percentage. Let me find some color. We need to, based on this percentage here, so you have to write down the percent All right, without the percent, sorry. Make sure grammatically correct as well. All right, make sure you have the percentage there. Otherwise, without the percentage, you do not read the data carefully. Also, and also mean means the average. So we could have the second one is like average visiting hours are 4 for members and 2.5 for hours for guests. Something like that. But make sure you just have to relate it to the mean, which is the average there. So careful with the and or even it's just can be saying that there are fewer guests than members. Let us write it nicely. So anything from there, even a comparison, we need to find out the difference between these two. So which is acceptable, like, but then in general statement, like, members are more often, or the difference is 28%, that is not enough because we need to find out the difference there. So careful with your reading and make sure you are using the words as well, not just reading the numbers of this type of question. And I'll see you next time. Hey, here's a question about measurements. I like area and percentage. Oh, again, two topics in one question. So we need to find a percentage of the large one and the shaded. So make sure you're getting the correct information with those. And then we need to just find with that the area. We need to find out the area of the small one first, shaded, and the large one. So the large rectangle is 4 times 5 equals to 20. Pretty straightforward. And then we need the shaded area will be 20 minus 2 times 3. That's 20 minus 6, that gives us 14. Now we need to find a percentage of those, so we have 14 over 20 times 100. Simplifying it, so we will have both divided by 20. So we will have 5 times 14 there, so it is 5, 20, 70. So we will have 70% as the answer. Pretty straightforward again, and I'm happy I finished another one. Are you? This is a question about speed, which is rate. So we are going to work on those with the speed and rate there. So miles per 20 minutes, but we want miles per hour. So we will have to change 20 minutes to hours. So the easier way is just divided by 60. Give you 1 over 3. So speed equals to distance over time. So we will have speed, distance 18 over 1 over 3. Right? So divided by 1 over 3, that will give us 18 times 3. So that will give us 3 times 8 is 24, 54. So 54 miles per hour. Oh, that was pretty quick actually. And until the next question. Whoa, this is a pretty straightforward question. So we will have the ABE. Both of them are ABE. We will take that as a reference. And then we have DBC is 3x. And we have the big angle is 5 x there. So we have that, and then we need to find the angle of EBD. EBD. So all of that, we can divide it into 1 to 5 to 3 if you like ratio. Unfortunately, we cannot use our projector here because they are not in scale. So we'll have to find out that the total angle of a straight line is 180 degrees. So we will have to divide that by 9 parts. So 180 divided by 9, and then we want our EBD, which is 5 parts. So I'll use my simplify here. So we have 20. So we will have 20 degrees times 5, which is 100 degrees. Answer here. And this is another lovely question. Until next time. Hi. I like this question pretty much because it required a bit of thinking there. So we need 2 prime numbers, so we could have a list of prime numbers there. So let's see, 2, 3, 5, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, and so on. So we got a list of prime numbers around there. And then we need to have an answer have to be an even number, which is between 50 and 60. So which means that we need to have a even number as one of those. The only prime number which is even is 2. So 2 is definitely laying in there. So we need to think of a bigger number which give us a answer, the product, to be between 50 and 60 there. So looks like 13 is not enough because 2 times 13 is still 26. So we keep going. 17, 19, and then 23. Let's try 23. 23 times 2 is 46. Still not enough. So the next one, 29 could be one. So let's try it again. 29 times 2. 18. 2 times 2 is 4, 5, 58. Oh, that's the one. So we have 29 times 2 times 29 give us 58, which is our answer there. I like this question. Would you? Leave a comment. This is a ratio question. As we get to this stage of the paper, things get a bit more complicated. So we'll get to find out that Bruce, the ratio of that is 5 to 6. And then Bruce get 96. So we know that there is 16 times here. So we need to find out Andrew. Andrew will be times 16. So that gives us 15, 16, 80. So we know that this is how much they need. So we need to find out how much Carol got. So it will be 80 times 1 over 4 plus 96 times 2 over 3. So that gives us 80 times 1 over 4. That is divided by 4 will give us 20 plus 96. Oh, that's a bit hard. So I will write it over here. We simplify that, 32, and that gives us 64. So altogether, we gave us 84 there. So total, Carol will get 84 pounds. That's nice for Carol. No, not Carol, that's Carl, sorry. That's nice for Carl. And that's the end of the question. Right, so this is a statistics question about scatter graph. So we got some points scattered around there. So first of all, 1 mark, which is like finding the correlation. So it looks like if I put a straight line there, you will see that not bad at all. It's like pretty strong for sure. And then we need to identify positive and negative. So positive, when the lines go up, it's already positive. So this should be the point there. All right, next bit. For every 2,000 points, we have an extra life. play the game for 15 hours. So first of all, we draw the line of best fit. So we go right there. And then we need to find out the 15 hours. So I will draw the line right there. Right. So I got 30,000 points. So Joa get 30,000 points. 34, I think. 34,000 points. And then for every 2,000 point, we can get an extra life. So we could cancel the zeros. Write it on the side because I do not want to mess up my answer over there. So I cancel that out. And then divide this by 2. So he will get 17 lives. Alright, so that is nice. So be careful, this is in thousands, so we might have to make sure we get the unit right. And until next time. Oh, I like algebra. So this is a question on algebra. So we have the equation there, 2a to the power a times 3 times 5 squared equals to 600. So I divide that over to the other side. So I will have e. 600 divided by 25 divided by 3, because 5 squared is 25. Now I do the cancellation, so that gives us 200, and then that gives us 8. So we have 2 to the power a equals to 8. Change both sides to the base of 2. So a have to be equals to 3. And that's it, our question. Another algebra question, but then this required a bit of removing the bracket. So I'll rewrite the question here. So expand that. So make sure the minus 2 is expanded as well. So I have 5 times 3, 15x plus 24. And then minus 2x minus become plus 2. So be very careful with that bit, because a lot of us forgot the negative. So now we have to collect the terms, 15x, 2x. So that gives us 13x, and 20 plus 2 is 22. So the answer is 13x plus 22. Let me know how you feel about the question. Yes, this is a function question about sketching and 1 over x. So first of all, x, we need to find out 2 criticism, which is not correct there. So to do that, we have to find out, read the question carefully. So you normally, y equals to 0 should be looking like this. So this branch is incorrect. So first of all, the negative value of x is incorrect. It should be down there. And then the other bit is like x is not equals to 0, but then they draw it touching the 0, which is wrong. So you could write down x, the graph should not cut the y-axis. According to the mark scheme, if you draw the correct graph, it also give you some credit, but make sure you write down the required information at the place and the space provided. What do you think about this one? Leave a comment. Whoa, this is a 5 marks question. I like that. Do you? So we have the first, Sunita. I call her S. Is 8 years old. Beth is 1 year younger than Sunita. Joel is double the age. The mean age is 5, so we have x plus x minus 1 plus 2x divided by 3 should give us 5. We need to find out the age of Joel, but then, yeah, very careful because a lot of us will skip the last bit. So, which means that we have x plus x minus 1 plus 2x should be equals to 15 because I put the 3 over to the other side. So I have 4x minus 1 equals to 15, 4x equals to 16, x equals to 4. Not finished yet because we want Joel. So we need to double the age. So Joel should be 2x equals to 2 times 4 equals to 8. So this person, Joel, should be 8 years old. What do you think? Oh, a fraction question. So we have, we are allowed to answer in mixed number. We need to work out the division here. This, let me write that down first. Because this is a mixed number, we need to rearrange that to improper fraction. So according to the formula we have A and B over C. To change it, we have A times C plus B. So we have 2 times 3 plus 1 over 3 divided by 4 over 5. So 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. And then divide, we flipped. So now we should have multiply that 35 over 12. We need mixed number. So we will have 35 divided by 12. That should be 2, 24, and then we have 11 left. So we should have 2 and 11 over 12. Did you get the same answer? Let me know.